Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the 30 Days Growth Marketing course. And today is day 19, where we're going to discuss competitor research. Swati, welcome.
Hi, Rishabh.
How are you?
Good. I'm doing good.
So you want to take competitors of Mapplinks or Growth Grad? Like which one, academy or agency? I'll take one business first.
Let's do the agency.
Cool. Let's start with the agency. So on the screen, I think everyone can see the tools that we can use for research. And we have discussed this briefly as well earlier. But today we're going to really deep dive into how we do competitor research. And we're going to start with the agency. So just to get everyone on the same page, Mapplinks is an e-commerce marketing agency. And one of our competitors that I've been researching recently is Froyum. And this is also like basically they do the same thing that Mapplinks does. The email marketing agency you can trust, full service email marketing and SMS services to e-commerce brands. So the first thing that you do is obviously try to find a competitor that you want to do research on. And there are multiple ways of doing that. But let's start with one. Typically, if you're running a business, you would know who your competition is, who your competitors are. There are two types of competitors. There's direct competitors, and then there's indirect ones. There's also audience competitors, which are indirect. They target the same audience as you, but may not be giving the same value, product, or service as you. These are actually good kind of partners. You can actually partner with them. So think of it like this. Let's say I help e-commerce brands with email marketing, and Floium also helps e-commerce brands with email marketing. So we are direct competitors. And we are both targeting the US market. So we are definitely direct competitors. But what if there was a platform that helps e-commerce brands learn about marketing, right? So they have the same audience, but they are not competing with us because they're not an agency. They teach e-commerce brands how to do marketing. So we could actually we could still use them to get people into our funnel from their funnel. This is something called other people's networks. We have a separate class on that. But we could also partner with them and say, hey, in one of your courses, can you give us a shout out? We can make a free tutorial for you for your course about email marketing. And in exchange, we can talk a little bit about our agency. Right.
Yeah.
So for this video, we're going to keep it simple. We're going to talk about direct competitors. So this is a direct competitor. The first thing that I do, I'm on the competitor website. The first thing I do is I don't use a tool. First, I look at the website myself. So most people have this habit of immediately pulling up SimilarWeb and seeing what now insights are, etc. But the first thing that I do, I just look at their website as to how their website is structured. So the first thing that I would read is their headline, the email marketing agency you can trust. Now, I'm assuming that they've put a lot of thought around the first paragraph of the website. We discussed something called above the fold content, and this seems like above the fold content. So Swati, read it out and let me know what you feel about this first paragraph that they have.
A team of experts provide full service email marketing and SMS services to e-commerce brands. We use a proven strategies with a track record of success to deliver result-driven marketing to level up your business fast and effective. Ready to get started. Yeah, I think it's very crisp, to the point. So the message is clear, coming out very clear that to me, it seems like they only do email marketing and SMS. They focus on those two aspects. And then when they write, they have a proven strategy with a track record. So they do have, their clients, and they do have data to prove that they've been doing well.
Right. So it's very clear about what they do, what kind of service they offer, who they offer it to. So their audience is, and why, some sort of element of why, honestly, not the most convincing, but some sort of element of why we should choose them because they have a proven track record. We say on our website, on our e-commerce landing page, that we have generated $16 million in clients with email marketing in additional revenue. I feel that's slightly more convincing because you have a number associated.
Yeah. But when you have a number, it's just some trust factor, to
correct. And we can back that number up. Like basically we can show the data. But if they say we use our proven strategies to achieve X million of dollars for our clients with email marketing could be slightly more convincing, but that's for me.
Okay.
So I don't want to say anything that puts them down, because honestly, I'm looking up to them as a competitor. So we are doing research on them because we know that they're doing good work, right? Then they say, get your free consultation, which is sort of their call to action. Then I'm seeing the trust factor coming in. So some key elements of the landing page are pretty well done here. Then we have the steps. Okay, this is their process. So I get convinced, okay, these people know what they're doing. They've written about automated emails, campaigns, copy, A/B testing, deliverability, which could be an issue for many people. Their emails are not landing in the inbox. So those kinds of things are the pain points of the customer. But this is just the process. Then they have why choose premium marketing agency. This still seems a little bit about a team of experts ready to start. It's a little bit about them. Leaders in the industry is a little bit about them. Track record of success is a little bit about customers. Transparent pricing is okay, somewhere in between. And then increased revenue is definitely about the customer. So this is more benefit. But then leaders in the industry, team of experts is all like feature sort of thing. So it's not very convincing if you say I'm a team of experts. That's not the best selling point, in my opinion. Leaders in the industry could be good if it's backed up by data, which they do have. They've said that we are Klaviyo Master Elite partners. That sounds slightly more convincing to me than leaders in the industry, which is sort of a generic blanket statement.
Yeah, it's a bit vague.
Yeah, increased revenue again. If I were to use this, I would say 30% increased revenue from your current without running ads. That sort of a thing would be slightly more convincing. So I just look at their landing page, and here what I'm trying to understand is, we can even see like what kinds of designs that they do for their clients, and we could send this to our designers as references if we sort of like what they do, or if we want to do similar work. And we could even see their main call to actions, etc. So if we want to follow similar pricing, we can even see their pricing page for that. So there's a lot of data that you can get essentially by just looking at their websites, even before you do some analysis. So now you know how much they charge for what. So if they're charging for the first 12 weeks, they are charging $2,500 a month for 5 campaigns a month. Now you know that it's around whatever, $450 per campaign. You can decide your pricing strategy accordingly as well, looking at the quality that you can produce for clients. So those are some interesting things that we can find out just from looking at their website. Typically, I would also just scrape this and save it. So this is a plugin that I use called Listly. And this helps me save this data somewhere. So like it can export specific tables, etc., from a website, and then try to save it. If they have testimonials, which is the thing that it's trying to scrape, then it's basically something that I can do analysis with the keywords. So like Klaviyo agency partner, these kinds of keywords they've included in testimonials. Email marketing agency, another keyword. So these are like SEO keywords. Right. So some basic things here. Now we can actually start. Now we know what they're doing. They're showcasing how much they're charging, what kind of designs they make, and the main call to action is to schedule a call. We know all of that. Now we can get into let's go back. Now we can get into the tools. So the first tool is SimilarWeb. So this is a Chrome extension. I would just click on SimilarWeb and then see the basic details about. First of all, they are getting 50,000 monthly visitors, which is pretty good, right? So they 50,000 traffic in March 2023, 44,000 in Feb, but still just a number. We need to understand how they are getting this, because our eventual goal when we're doing competitor analysis is to find their wins and then replicate the wins for our business, right? Sure. If there is some way that we can figure out how to get a piece of this 50,000, it'll help us generate revenue, right? So where are they getting the traffic from? United States, 23%. So that's our target audience as well. The other places, honestly, are not really our target audience when it comes to selling our e-commerce marketing services. So we understand now that 23% of the market of the 50.8 thousand, assuming that's, sort of, it's not always 100% accurate. but sort of gives a benchmark. That's the amount of traffic they're getting from US. And then we have direct traffic, which honestly we can't do much about. But then we see that it's a lot of search traffic. So 39% of it is search.
Yeah.
And then 13% of it is referrals, 6% social. Now, if this was 40% social, then what I would do is, so just so that people will have different results, then I would get into their Facebook ads, Google ads analysis, look at what they're doing on social media. But honestly, I don't care about it right now because it's 6%. Since it's 39% search, now I need to get into their search analysis.
Yeah.
Right. So based on which part of it has most revenue, you would then explore a specialized tool to further do competitor research on that particular area.
Okay.
Right. So now, since it's search, we have to go to SEMrush. And then we're going to go to domain overview. Again, growth marketing, it's not just about like, if you're an SEO marketer, you can only analyze search. But what if it was 6% search and 40% social? Then you'll have to look for a social media marketer. And if within social, if it was 80% ads, 20% organic, then you had to look for a performance marketer. That's why growth marketing includes all of this. So based on that situation, you can just open up that particular specialized tool, right? So now we're going to put up their website here. And now we can start getting deeper into this. So first thing we look at is something called the authority score. And this is basically how good the domain ranks as per SEMrush, right? Okay. So their authority score is 27, ours is 23 or 24, I believe, which is not bad at all. But yeah, I think does not give you a very good image about anything else. It's just sort of, to be honest, it's almost like a vanity metric. You can't improve it directly. You can only improve the other metrics, like your search traffic, ranking for keywords, etc., and then hence thereby improving the authority score. But there's nothing you can do to directly improve this. Then you have the traffic split, the organic search traffic. So now here we see that 2,600 visitors per month is their organic search traffic. So it's safe to assume that the rest of the traffic could be from paid search, right? Yeah. Which we are not tracking here, but let's just talk about organic search for now, because that's something that we want to tap into. We don't want to do paid optimization right now, okay? The first thing what I do is I would go into their top organic keywords. And these are the keywords that they are probably ranking for, because of which they're able to drive this traffic, right? And I want to know what these are, because then I can optimize my website for those keywords as well. So that's how you use this insight from competitors to then eventually, the whole point is to be able to get some of that insight to execute for your business. Right?
Yeah, I think it's really interesting.
Yeah. Right. So now we're going to click on US. We don't want to see the other countries because US, let's say, is our target audience. Very clear that they've been improving, right? So they're getting 1,300 monthly traffic from these keywords. Now here you see traffic percentage, Swati, which is basically how much percentage of the traffic is coming from this keyword. Okay. So I want to find the biggest winners for them. I'm still trying to find the big wins for them. So 12% is their keyword, is their brand name. So this is what people are searching for. They're searching for their name, just like I searched for their name on Google and I landed up, on their website. Now this, I'm not going to say this is not going to be relevant for us, because a lot of marketeers, what they do is you actually target this keyword. Right? Like I could make a page about mapplinks versus Florium. Why not? I could make a page about the differences between mapplinks and Florium. I would say, they literally charge double of what we charge. But these are the kinds of designs that they've done. These are, SaaS, in SaaS, we use this a lot, like ClickUp versus Asana, ClickUp versus Monday, ClickUp.
I was about to say it with like we discussed it the other day, how ClickUp has a page, an alternative to Asana. So
right. It's much easier to do with SaaS because you can do it from an honest place, because you can actually try out all the tools as ClickUp. You can sign up for all the tools and then do it. Honestly, if I was to make a page on Mapplinks versus Florium, it will not be honest because I have not tried their services. So it'll be very hard for me to make a page on that. It'll just be unethical for me. But as a growth hack, if someone does not have that ethical boundary, they can actually try this out. I'm not saying that you cannot, but I wouldn't do it just because I haven't used their services. I really don't know what who is better, etc. I can only see their pricing page and I know they charge more than us at this point, but I might be charging more than them in the future, so I really don't want to do that. The next thing is actually quite good, which is email marketing agency pricing, which gets 4% of their traffic volume 200. See, these numbers might sound small, but when you add them up, they will actually be quite good. And for an agency, you don't need a lot of traffic. You just need one client. Maybe it's coming from a few thousand visitors. So this is pretty good. And then this is even better, email marketing agency, because this is a commercial keyword. People who are searching for this keyword are typically looking for an email marketing agency.
Right.
Unfortunately, some of those people might be looking for an email marketing agency to join as a job. But there will be some people out of that who will be looking for it to hire them. So you can see that I've already added these keywords to to my lists, but you can basically just add keywords here to your lists. So I would say email marketing agency pricing, e-commerce email marketing agency, which is not a very hard keyword to rank for. So this is showing you the keyword difficulty level.
Okay.
Again, email marketing agency, which is the same keyword, it's repeated. Email marketing agency for e-commerce, which is not a very difficult keyword to rank for. And Klaviyo pricing is interesting. Definitely a lot of traffic there. Now, this is sort of a navigational keyword, which means that mostly people want to land on the Klaviyo ka pricing page, right? The pricing page that Klaviyo has. It could be a transactional keyword. If they get the right pricing, they might buy it. May not be the best keyword for an agency, but it's sort of a good keyword to rank for, because if that's your first interaction, let's say with Flowium, right? So you're looking for Klaviyo. Now you know that Flowium also does something like this, because towards the blog, at the end of the blog, they will definitely have a call to action, book a call, just like they usually do. So is it worth the price? This would be an amazing blog for my website as well. We should do it for the agency for sure. So they have the pricing, and then you see that they have the free audit option. So this is where they're actually trying to sell eventually what you do. So what they do. So typically good keyword, I would say. I would just add it here. We're not going to go into this, but if you click on this, you'll basically see the ranking charts, etc. Now, these are the kinds of keywords I want to optimize my website for, right? And I really like this blog about Klaviyo pricing, even though it's quite top of the funnel. I'm going to pick this example, and then I'm going to make a note that I want to create a better blog about this topic than these guys, and want to rank for this keyword on Google above the 7th result. So they are on the 7th result. I want to come somewhere on the top 6.
Right.
So in that workflow, what I've done is I've gone from looking at their website, just sort of qualitatively seeing, whether I like it or not. From there to SimilarWeb. From there to uncovering the insight that a lot of their traffic, to be precise, 39% almost comes from from search. And then within that, I can see that they're getting a few thousand visitors every month from organic search, at least 1,200 as per SEMRush, which is usually not way off than the actual numbers. It's not going to be 100% accurate because these are third-party tools. And then from there on to seeing which keywords actually drive that traffic, right?
Yeah.
And from there to getting that traffic on my website by optimizing for those keywords, right? So that's like the workflow that we've built. Just from competitor analysis, we've gone to actually growth hacking and growth marketing, right?
Yeah. It also gives you kind of a direction as to, what maybe like what we're doing wrong, or which direction should we be headed to.
Right. And also, it's not something just we're talking in theory, because I've actually started doing this and pretty much started ranking for some keywords that that Flowium has been ranking for. So we've just started. I mean, we've just basically e-commerce marketing as a service. We've just started selling it recently, right? So I am pretty happy with the initial results of this optimization, and I'll show you the results here. These are the keywords that are literally just copied from Floium, right? Klaviyo email marketing strategy, we're already ranking on the second page of Google. Just started recently. So all these kinds of keywords are basically all from, let me show you the positions as well. So I just, in 1 or 2 weeks, I've written content, obviously using ChatGPT, similar to the keywords that Floium has, and like growth marketing, of course, growth marketing dictionary, we're ranking on the second result. Those kinds of things are different. But when it comes to Klaviyo email marketing strategy, this is hardly a month old. We're ranking on the second page. What is Klaviyo email marketing? You can see that we've jumped from the 57th result to the 16th result, which puts us on the second page. So we've jumped 41 positions. Obviously, these things keep changing, but 41 is quite a big jump.
Yeah.
So these are small results, but they have been achieved in a week or 2 weeks, considering that factor. When people say SEO takes a very long time, which is true, but if you use growth hacking and growth marketing principles, just like we did with competitor analysis, etc., then you can actually speed up that process, right? And also, of course, with AI being there to help. You can also see that for Klaviyo email marketing strategy, it's on the first page of Google. Klaviyo case studies, we just are about to come on the first page. So 10 results will be on the first page.
Great.
Affiliate marketing for beginners is quite not an easy keyword to rank for. We are on the second page. Also an article written very recently, but 3 months old. What is Klaviyo email marketing? Jumped from the 24th to the 13th position. So some of these are pretty good. And, of course, the A3R3 funnel we are on the first result.
Yeah. So, Rishabh, what factors determine, like I know it's the SEO on which page you are, but how does that keep changing? Like is my main question.
Yeah. So, there is a huge industry about people saying, this is what's important, this is what's not important. Obviously, no one knows the final answer. Like no one knows the actual answer. Google does not make the algorithms that it uses to rank websites public. But it's very clear that there are certain things which are very important, certain things which are less important. I would discuss a little bit more in the SEO course, but a good place to start for those listening, if you're beginners, then you should look at the Google Search Central, the blogs that they publish there. There's something called the EEAT framework that Google uses, and that's something which is a good starting point. But in terms of the pillars of SEO, you have the on-page optimization and then the off-page, which is authority websites linking back to you. And within those two pillars, you have different factors. And how you rank across all those factors versus how your competitor ranks across all those factors will determine which position you show up.
Okay.
So now we've already sort of have some sort of authority in growth hacking, growth marketing. So you see that the first 3 keywords are all related to growth hacking, growth marketing, A3R funnel, etc. Klaviyo email marketing is something we're just building up, right? So slowly Google will see that we are experts in this space, and then we'll start to show up for Klaviyo as well. There's a lot of these Klaviyo keywords here now. They're all like second page, third page, but slowly we are building it up. So we are building up a Klaviyo related keyword set. So as you can see, what I do is I keep 2 sets of keywords. So I have the e-commerce, and then the growth marketing, and then the growth hacking. Now, growth hacking, growth marketing are more or less the same. It's just that I want to target both those keywords. And then the e-commerce, which has 92 keywords inside, growth marketing agency, which has 36 keywords inside. And then I would, keep optimizing for these. More on that on the SEO lesson for sure. But the point of showing this was that you can go from this sort of analysis to actually deep dive into how you can create a growth hacking or growth marketing workflow that will help you, get the results just based on your competitors' analysis. So just this analysis leads you to get a lot of new ideas. And we could repeat this again and again with different businesses. And maybe this was something that they're doing really well with social. Maybe they were doing really well with email. In that case, I would sign up on their newsletter. look at what kinds of emails they are sending, and then optimize my emails accordingly and so forth. So that's how you use competitor analysis. Of course, you don't have to be limited to these tools. If you were doing social media analysis on a competitor that's using Facebook ads, I would recommend using the Facebook ads library to see what kind of ads they're running. If your competitor was doing consistently very well on Twitter, then I would recommend Brand24 or some Twitter monitoring tool to see what kind of tweets they are doing and then follow them on a regular basis or look at their past Twitter feed. If you were to find a competitor who's doing very well on LinkedIn or their founders are doing very well on LinkedIn, then I would follow them and see how they're doing. So this just happened to be a competitor that's doing very well on search. And hence we had to deep dive into search. But it would depend on what channel they're doing good at.
Great. Yeah, I think this was a great in-depth lesson. Before this, I would have just, for competitor analysis, I would have just like gone through the website or their pages and, very superficially would have understood what they're doing, what they're not. But now I know how to like get the data and get a deep dive into it. Yes.
Yeah, and then you can always repeat this, analysis for different competitors. We've just done it for one. Imagine if you do it for 10, you'll have so many things to work on with your marketing, then you don't have to think of new ideas when it comes to growth hacking, growth marketing. Like you'll already know that these are the things to work on.
Absolutely.
Great. So thanks everyone for watching, and thank you, Swati. That was all for today, and we'll catch up in the next lesson. Bye.